I bought the most expensive Shopify store on Fiverr. Here's what happened. So I'll be buying the most expensive Shopify dropshipping store on Fiverr, having a freelancer create the best possible store that he can. We'll be giving it an honest review and then evaluating whether it's worth the hefty price point or not. Now, I assume most of you have heard of Fiverr by now, unless you've completely been living under a rock. So it's a great place to outsource any part of your business that you want to delegate or have an expert do the specific task for you. And these skills and gigs could be about literally anything, even for your e-commerce business. And I've already reviewed a bunch of different e-commerce services from Fiverr on this channel already. I reviewed logos, dropshipping videos, product research gigs, many store creations, and even compared cheaper to more expensive ones. But I've always wondered, what's the quality difference between a $25, $50 store and a store that is worth over $500? Surely the quality of this much more expensive store should be exceptional, right? That's at least what I would think. So I want to find out within this video, how's the quality of these stores and is it actually worth spending this much on an actual Shopify store? And I'm personally biting the bullet right here so you guys don't have to spend your money before I actually evaluate these stores and see if it's actually worth for you to give it a try yourself. So obviously for this, we need to pull up Fiverr and we'll head straight into the action and find a fitting gig. Now there are a bunch of different Fiverr freelancers that offer store creation gigs for over $500, but ultimately I decided to go with this. My man Declan, 5.0 stars, from 343 reviews, and it seems like it's a super high quality gig. As I'm a huge fan of one product stores, and the biggest option of an advanced store setup is, in my opinion, very unnecessary. So we're actually going to be going with the basic one, the one product store, for $795. No, just kidding. It's still very expensive. So yeah, it's not the most expensive store, but hopefully you guys can still forgive me on this one. Here's some information about the gig, what it's all featured. If you want to pause it right now and rate it yourself, feel free to go ahead, but we'll move forward and actually purchase the gig right now. Click on continue. And Declan sure has a lot of different upsells to go with, and they're quite expensive. You got social media ads, that's all right. Facebook marketing, extra fast 7 days delivery for $300 extra. No, thank you. Continue to checkout. This way, it's gonna take 10 days instead of 7 days. I mean, it would have been $100 per day extra. Not really necessary. So we've purchased the gig. Here are the requirements from the actual freelancer. First name, last name, store niche, I'm leaving it up to him. Don't want to take away from his creative spirit. So I wrote, up to you really, you're the expert. I just want a great winning product for this Q4. Surprise me with some ideas. Boom, start your order. So your order is now in the works. Now it's time to play the waiting game, and I'll see you guys back in 10 days because that's how long the store is gonna take. So take it away, future me. The store is finally back. After days of waiting, it's finally arrived, so I'm super excited to get right into it. Before we take a look at the store, huge giveaway announcement. Since it's Q4, middle of November already, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is approaching, and I want to give back a big thank you to you guys, and this is probably gonna be my biggest giveaway yet. We're gonna be giving away this $800 store for free to one of you lucky winners out there. For me, it practically wouldn't make sense to keep and run this store as I'm currently scaling 3 different e-commerce stores right now during Q4, and that would be pretty much just too much to handle on my personal plate. And I thought, why not give back to my lovely follower base and almost bribe some of you other guys that aren't subscribed just yet and give you a little bit of an incentive to support your boy back. Practically, if you think about it, I'm giving away $800, so it'd be foolish not to at least give it a try, right? So all you guys have to do to enter this giveaway, it's fairly simple. You have to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are not, and I know a lot of you guys aren't, and also comment down below #Fiverr to be entered into this giveaway. And if you want to stay updated regarding the winner of the giveaway, make sure you enter the free Facebook group and also give your boy a follow on Instagram. It doesn't hurt. So I'd say let's get into that and don't miss out on your chances of winning this $800 store. Now, at the time of right now, I haven't seen it yet, and hopefully it exceeds our expectations massively. My man Declan, the actual freelancer that we worked with for this particular gig, was a pleasure to work with. So regardless of how the store turned out, it was fantastic service and very cooperative and great communication with this freelancer. I gave him a few specific requirements off the bat. He gave me 3 different product options as I was intending on giving this store away to you guys in the first place. I want to make sure that this product is as good as it can be and a product that I would actually be happy with selling. The first option, in my opinion, wasn't very good. It was okay, I'd say, but not my go-to product, as this was a good product a few months ago. There were a few competitors that scaled it up massively, but the second option, also a little bit price heavy in my opinion, wasn't my favorite, but Option 3, I was relatively happy with. He showed me a few competitor ads. I thought there was a lot of improvement to be made here, and AliExpress was nowhere near to be saturated. It has a few orders for sure, but I just saw a lot of potential of how we could approach the whole marketing situation for this exact product, especially with Q4 and also Christmas coming up, as this is practically an ideal gift for any male American, let's put it that way, because there's something that yells, yeah, I'm American. And so I saw a lot of great ways to position this as like a must-have for every American man, that it's made in America, it's American quality, and it stands for America, you know? And in my opinion, there was a great opportunity to position the store as the go-to brand for this exact product. And that's a part of the instruction that I gave to Declan. He also chose a very, very cool and fitting brand and domain name, which I'm a big fan of. Smash Gloves, fantastic brand name. So let's dive right into the store. This is my first time seeing the store. I haven't reacted to it yet, so we could get massively disappointed, but I do have high hopes and hopefully they are fulfilled. So let's dive right into it right now. So this is the homepage of Smash Gloves. So on a first glance, a first impression, I must say I do like the look of it. I think it does fit the aesthetic quite well that we want to approach. It has this military vibe, military aesthetic. Does look like a brand. It has fitting colors, I'd say, that definitely do correlate well and are part of the vision, I'd say. For me personally, they are definitely lacking some spicy elements when it comes to that. Like Black Friday is coming up, that's lacking for me. But on the other hand, I didn't specify that, and we can still make sure that those are implemented in some form, whether it's urgency or scarcity, different marketing tactics to make the consumer convert and be interested into our products as some sort of a Q4 deal. But I'm a big fan of the header: indestructible, breathable, wear resistant. Our collection, we got a lot of CTAs on the site, military grade tactical gloves, be ready for action. I like this part. We got a solid testimonial right here, perfect for shooting my AR-15 and thin enough to allow me to shoot my Glock as well. Never been a fan of gloves with knuckles, but these are just perfect. That's pretty American. Now we're just needing some more American music in the background and some flags, and then we're good to go. I like the way it's been positioned, complete protection for any occasion. Shop now. We got a lot of CTAs on the site about Smash Gloves, telling you a little bit about the product. We got a short little video that adds to it, and I think the site flows very nicely. It has definitely a nice approach, a nice aesthetic, and it seems like a legitimate brand that we're the go-to guys when it comes to this. Sign up and save and contact us towards the bottom, and then we got all these different menus for the footer. You can look at them each individually. Just real quick about us, terms of service, shipping and returns, the refund policy. Not a lot on shipping specified, which is unfortunate. So we'll have to add that as well. Privacy policy, obviously these he can fill out since we have to do that ourselves, depending on the sources that we use and if we sell to countries that require GDPR compliance, such as within the EU. And we also got the track your order page. Now let's get into the important part, the actual product page. Product page, saw the pictures. I mean, it's on a white background, as it should be. So very presentable, looks in a good way. I like that this particular part was removed so it doesn't seem like there's a hand attached to it, whether it was from the supplier itself or he did it. We got 6 different options. I probably would have done this better. Also looking at color, I probably would have positioned the pricing differently, making this more prominent, making it seem like it's a much better deal than it is. But these are all fixes and changes that we can have during the revisions. We have 4 different sizing options. We talked about chips to. Add to cart, I'd make that a lot more prominent, make it seem like it's an actual button, not just hovering above here. Maybe adding a little bit of a solid trust badge, notifying that this is made in the USA could be an interesting part. Just adding some icons just under the actual add to cart, signifying some benefits of this product. Like fast shipping, made in the US, or shipped from the US could be some examples. We do have a delivery notified right here. That could be something to integrate with a separate app. And then we got this default section for the actual product page. I like the picture of a white background showing the product of it actually is. Looking at the actual copy for the description, I think it's pretty decent. The copywriting itself is actually fairly good. We have the most important points specified. Something that I would have preferred to have is actual bullet points, so listed out, making it a lot easier for the consumer to read and skim it. So that is something that I'll probably ask him to integrate, or I'll definitely ask him to integrate, making it a lot easier to read for the consumer. What is this glove actually good for? And sure, it's specified in the actual in-depth product description, but I think it's lacking the bullet points so that the consumer can easily skim the page and and see what it's all about. We got a fitting GIF, we got all fitting images. I think they could have been more center aligned, and I like that he kept the sentences relatively short and simple for the consumer, easy to read. We don't want to overcomplicate this. We don't want a product description that goes on for ages and ages, and it does show off the product in the right way. And we also have features on the bottom, which is good, I'd say. It would have been better if you had this for each individual part of the actual description. Then we got an actual product image on the bottom, and then we got a size chart and also how to measure it. This is a little bit pixelated, and on the bottom we have some reviews, some solid picture reviews. In my opinion, the picture reviews are good from the quality that we have picture reviews and that these setup looks for us, but in my opinion, the actual reviews are lacking depth. So there's not a lot of real customer feedback that when I would look at this review and I'd say, oh, that's a good review, I need this product right now. So I think that could be something to freshen up and to add. And there's also one review section in Russian. This is how the site looks on mobile, since we obviously want to optimize for a mobile because the majority of our traffic is going to come through mobile. I think the store is fairly good. I'm relatively positively surprised, I'd say. I think he did a good job to present it to the American demographic and perceive it as the actual brand and create the perception with the site that we're the actual brand that is selling this product. I'm a big fan of the actual homepage. I think it looks good. I think it has this nice aesthetic and vibe to it. But in my opinion, the product description could have been slightly better. We do need to touch up a few things, such as adding in bullet points, maybe changing up the actual pricing strategy, adding a little bit of scarcity and urgency, improving the reviews, adding some trust badges, and also highlighting a few key elements within the actual page. So ultimately, I do think this store is a fairly good store. I'm relatively happy with the outcome of the store. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Leave some support. I mean, if you especially want to enter the giveaway to win this fantastic store. And if you haven't yet, check out some of the other videos on my channel. I'd highly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, week, whatever, whenever you're watching this, and have a fantastic Q4.